Hello. Welcome. I was thinking, should I use the mic? Hold up. You know what? I'll do it like this. How you doing? Welcome to episode 1. What will have some fancy name later, but what is Oceans on Arrival lyrical breakdown. So I'm doing this because I feel like most of the time when I write, the people that do listen, I don't think they catch the references that are made in a song. And I want to essentially draw out and write out some of the lyrics and some of the references in the song. Not all of them, because sometimes there's too many. But I want to write out the references so people can see them. Now, I don't know if this is backwards, but if it is, I'll just flip it around on the thing. But it's backwards for me, but I'll flip it when I post it. But yeah, so this is going to be a lyrical breakdown of Sense of Taste. I'll have to think of some clever ocean name for it, so that'll be in the title, but maybe not. I might not say it right now. But we're going to do Sense of Taste, which is off the album The Guru. And I should have drawn a title picture for it. That would have been cool. Maybe I'll put it up when I post the thing. So I'm skipping the hook. I just did the verse because I felt more passionate about the verse in terms of like kind of explaining it. And later I might do like an album. I might go through the album and kind of break it down, but I'm not sure if I'll do that. I might just keep it to videos. But essentially, the first line goes, "My body aching, my conscious waking inside the matrix." So that first line is playing on you'll get into the mind, body, soul, but it's the body and the mind, right? Your conscious is your mind, and your body is just your body. So it's my body aching, my conscious waking inside the matrix. Now I say, so one of the double entendres just quickly in that line is conscious is saying my conscious waking inside the matrix, meaning my conscious wakens inside the matrix, like my body aching. It's like you're sleeping, right? Your body's aching and you wake up, and this is the world you live in is like the matrix. But also my conscious waking the matrix, meaning my conscious is awakening the matrix, awakening the world that we live in, just off where my consciousness is at. So that's one of the double entendres early on. I say my pistol loaded, my bullet explodes your fucking face in. Now that sounds aggressive, like off rip, and that's one of the definitions that you'll see I play into. But it's actually more clever than just pulling a gun and exploding someone's face. The pistol is also, the symbolic of the soul. How I got the mind body. The pistol is the soul. It's the loaded weapon. Your spirit is like your weapon. You know what I mean? It's like your power comes from your spirit. So I'm saying my pistol loaded, saying my spirit is loaded. My spirit is full. It's not like I'm not empty inside. I'm full inside. And I say might pull it, meaning that's like a question. Might pull it, like if you pull it, what you get is an explosion, meaning I'll show you who I am. And your face in is like what is received to you in front of you, because your face in. So it's also like explode your face in, like blow up, but it's also like you're facing, you know. So I put response to the next page. So I said the line is also read as your fucking face in, as in your face in, like the pistol explodes your face in, but also you're fucking facing, meaning what you're facing. I'm saying fucking what you're facing. And it goes into the next line. I said you're fucking facing one stroke that's destined to determine all your blessings. So that's a double entendre, meaning the pistol that explodes your face in is one stroke that determines your blessings, because now you're dead. So there is no more. There's no more in that regard. Spirit lives on, but that's the result. But it's also a one stroke is a reference to different strokes, like the show, which was like different strokes. I forget how the song goes exactly, but meaning that different strokes are the different people, the different ways of life. So the one stroke that I'm referring to is me, but it's also you. It's like the one stroke. Your perspective is the one stroke. In this case, my perspective, and determines the way you perceive. So, but that one stroke determines the way you perceive life. So the line is your fucking face in one stroke that's destined to determine all your blessings. So it's your perspective. That one stroke is the destiny you create that determines your blessings, because it's like your perspective determines the way you perceive the world, is the way you receive your blessings, because you can only receive what you can perceive. So me saying you know, one stroke that's destined to determine all your blessings is me saying, like, from the pistol reference of that one stroke will determine your outcome. That step on the line, you get the whatever result determines what your blessings is. So action, reaction, but also your perspective is determining your reality. And then just a quick one in there that's kind of like easy cheesy is the word pistol is also pistol, which the toll is like a cost and piss is what you leave behind. So when I say my pistol loaded is like essentially the pistol being the culmination of what you left behind, the things that you overcame. The toll is what you paid, like the cost of the lessons that you learned in life. And I'm saying mine is loaded, meaning I learned a lot. I went through a lot. And then another one just going into the connection of the lines, because it starts off as my body aching, my conscious waking inside the matrix, my pistol loaded, my pull it, explode your fucking face. And it sounds like two different lines, but it's connected by my conscious, or it's connected by starting from here saying, I'll show you, saying inside the matrix, my pistol loaded. Essentially just connecting the lines, so it's not just like line, the lines connect themselves and have lines within it. Just in case I didn't show this page, feel free to pause it or whatever if you want to look at it. So I say, but then I say, ain't confessing, but that body buried deep within the message. So when I say my pistol loaded, my pull to explode your fucking face, and it sounds like a death threat, but then I'm saying ain't confessing, meaning even though that's a meaning of how it's written and it sounds like that on the surface, I'm saying I'm not confessing to anything. I'm saying, but that body buried deep within the message. So the body is like the outcome, because if you with the pistol reference, if you catch a body, that's the outcome. Now you have a body in your hands. So I'm saying the body, the outcome is buried deep within the message. So if you can pick apart the message, you can understand the outcome. So also, in confessing is also telling you that is telling you what truth is, like what I'm saying. In confessing, like I'm not telling you what truth you should believe. You know, you determine it how you determine it, and the body is the outcome, and it's also the outcome of your beliefs. Like I said, in confessing, but that body buried deep within the message. So the message of message is like an outwardly thing. So that one stroke, your perspective, is this outwardly existence, and that's like essentially your life message. The way you're living is like your message, and so your outcome is buried deep within your message. Is essentially input, output, basic karma. You know, just kind of showing that cycle. And then the body is also referenced in a later song on the album called The Jungle, or earlier, I can't remember where it is. And then I say, who's contesting? Essentially saying who can compete, who disagrees, who else can write like this. Essentially having this thing that up until now, I'll spit the verse. I say, my body aching, my conscious waking inside the matrix. My pistol loaded, might pull it, explode your fucking face in. One stroke that's destined to determine all your blessings, and confessing, but that body buried deep within the message, who's contesting. So all that is real quick, but this is everything I've done, which is now 8 minutes of video. For those 4 lines, that one section of the song, that took me 8 minutes just to give you an idea of where my mind is when I'm rapping this verse, you know. So that's why I say who's contesting. Like, people, I don't think people do it like this, or, you know, write like this anymore. And I say my life is just another fucking lesson. That's, again, fucking as in like announcing some frustration or despair. When you say like this is so fucking hard, it's like you're announcing a frustration or despair. But then also fucking as like a sexual thing, just kind of flexing like my life's a fucking lesson. Like, essentially I got it going on, but also it's a double entendre that is what's the word? A paradox. Because I'm saying my life is just another fucking lesson that sounds depressing, because the next line is shit depressing. But then I'm also saying my life is just another fucking lesson, meaning like I got it going on at the same time. So it's a positive and a negative just in one sentence. It's just the way you interpret it. Like I said before, the stroke that's destined to determine all your blessings. The way you take it in is the way you perceive it. And I say the next line is shit depressing, but it's also shit to press in. So both words at the same time, meaning like the shit to press in is like when you're trying something, when you're testing something. So I'm saying my life is like a lesson. I'm testing different things. I'm learning different things. But it also works if you look at the negative way, like my life is another fucking lesson, shit, depressing, like all the bad stuff that happens. And both are true, because there is bad stuff that you go through in life that is depressing, that you're like, damn, like every single time you feel like you get a step ahead, you feel like you get knocked back, you know? And both things exist. And so I either leave them speechless or they question my succession. Meaning, what I'm writing is either something that people are going to be like, oh, wow, that's dope. Or they question if it really is what I'm saying it is. If there's truth, essentially, within what I'm saying. And I say it comes from channeling Halo. Shit a weapon. Wings way fly above your brethren. I got power like 11. Stranger things have happened here. So from that is like channeling Halo, shit a weapon. So like Halo was a video game that you fought. So that's what I'm saying. There's like a little reference in there, but the Halo is a Halo. And I say wings way fly above your brethren, meaning like wings, fly as in high, like fly above your brethren, but also fly as in flyer. And your brethren is like your group of people. Essentially, it's kind of like a diss, not really to anyone specifically, just kind of like standing on your own shit. But Halo and wings, they create an angel, which is, so what I'm saying comes from channeling Halo, shit a weapon, wings way fly above your brethren, channeling Halo and the wings, meaning channeling the angels or the spirits. So essentially showing you that what I'm channeling is light. I'm channeling the light. I'm channeling good. I'm not channeling evil. So even throughout all the concepts that seem dark, what I'm actually channeling is something that is pure and good. I'm not an evil person. You know, even through the stuff that might sound evil or have the ideals that don't always sound pretty, I'm not an evil person. And so I say I got power like 11. Stranger things have happened here. Obviously a Stranger Things reference. You know, like 11 had powers. But then it's also saying, because I said fly above your brethren, I got power like 11, meaning I got power like 11 of your people. You know, 11 of your brethren, I can match 11 of them, saying like my power is immense. Then I say laugh and crack a beer. That's for the people right now who are laughing, who are thinking I'm joking, or don't understand what I'm saying. I say laugh and crack a beer. So sit back, crack a beer, see what I'm about to say. And the next line is, which is referring to people, either hate me or they love me, either chirping or they cheer. So that double entendre is, of course, it's the dichotomy of hate and love. So people either hate me or they love me. And then either chirping, which is like when you're chirping at someone, is like, it's like talking trash. Like if you're playing sports and you're talking trash at them while you play, you're chirping them. It's not like heavy getting in people's faces, but it's like you chirping them like, yo, you suck, like, or whatever. So I'm saying either chirping or they cheer. Earlier I said laugh and crack a beer. So now you've cracked that beer. And I say either hate me or you love me, either chirping or you cheer. So it's like cheers. Like if you love me, it's a cheers. Like we cheers together the beers, but it's also cheer like people who love you, they cheer for you. So just playing those words into each other, which I thought was clever. And I say God they fear, but it's spirit in my eyes when Jah is near. So this, you know, the line God, like fear God, God fearing. So I say, God, they fear, but it's spirit in my eyes when Jah is near. It's like, that's my understanding, that's my interpretation. But when I'm saying that, I'm saying spirit in my eyes as in what I see. Because in my eyes, I can see God, I can see the universe, I can see this, like the spirits or the natural mystic that moves around. I call it the divine presence. That's what I like to call it. So it's something that I can see, but it's also spirit in my eyes, something that you can see when you look at my eyes, understanding who I am. So it's both those at the same time. Spirit in my eyes is like, in my eyes, like, you know, people say in my eyes, like in my perspective. So it's what I see outwards, but what you can see inwards when you look at me. And, but then I go into the line saying, I don't know if I showed you that page. The next line is still ain't trusting nobody till they show me that they can steer. And so I'm saying, like, even though I can see God, I can see the universe, I can see love, the divine presence, and that's what you can see when you look at me, if you have the ability. I still don't trust people until they show me who they really are underneath that. Because even though God moves through all of us, the universe moves through all of us, I still can't trust every individual as like a pure-hearted person, like they're out here trying to do good. So I need to see it. I need the evidence. Even though I am a man of, I would say higher belief, but I still need evidence. I'm not just you can't just tell me and I believe you. I need to see it. I need to experience it myself for me to understand it, for me to live it, for me to love it. So, and then I go into the bridge, which is because they smile in your face and then they kill you when your back's turned. Which is another way to say when you trust people, they stab you in the back, right? They like smile in your face, you turn around, they get you. I say, I know I'm smarter. We're going to see who get the last word. Meaning like, you know, we're gonna see who's telling the truth, because the one who's telling the truth gets the last word. You know, you'll see. We'll see. I say, I'm not a user, pay the price and get the password. So that's a pretty clever line, because it's like username and password. I'm not a user, pay the price and get the password. But it's also like saying, I'm not a user, I'm not a dealer. Like, if I'm not the dealer, I'm the admin. So because I'm saying pay the price and get the password, so I'm distributing it. So I'm not the user, I'm not using, but pay the price and get the pass. And then I say word, like when you close the deal, you say word. Or like, yo, you know what I mean? It's like the end, like word. Or see who gets the last word, you know what I mean? But pay the price and get the pass, word. Saying like, you pay the price to understand the information or whatever, you get the pass. It's like, oh, we good. You got the pass. Like, we connect. And then it's word, like word. So, but that goes into the last line. See who get the last word. See who gets the last understanding. See who understands. And then I say, we're going to see who's at the table when the glass turn. Meaning like, when the tables turn, like we're going to see who's at the table when the glass turn. Being like a glass table. Like saying like who stays around when the tables turn and they see it from somebody else's perspective. Because when people are high and mighty and they look down on other people, when the tables turn and they get down there, most people don't admit that they were wrong. You know, or when you're on the other end and you're down and people get up, people forget that they were down once and they leave the table. They're like, oh, I'm not playing anymore because I don't want to get back down. I'm not trying to help. I'm not trying to be a part of it. It's like they try to stay away from it when they get up. But it's also like we're gonna see who's at the table when the glass turn, meaning like when you go through all the trials and tribulations, did you get the pass? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a user, pay the price and get the password. Like, did you make it through all the tests? Did you understand what I was saying? And I say we're going to see it at the table when the glass turns is like I said, people smile on your face and they kill you when your back's turned. So it's like, who's really going to stand by you? Who's really going to make it all the way through? Who's really going to be a part of it? And when I say the glass turn, it's like an hourglass. But I didn't say like when the sands end. It's not like when the hourglass time is up. It's not like we're going to see who's at the table when the time's up. We're going to see it at the table when we start. When we turn that thing over, who's going to be at the table? Who's going to be the one who are pulling the strings, who are calling the shots? You know what I mean? That's like a thing of like pretty much an announcement. Like anyone can be a part of what we're doing, but not everyone will be, you know, and not everyone will be sitting at that table and have that power, you know, because not everyone takes it or understands. So essentially, who will be a part of setting that hourglass in motion? That's like when we blow up, when we make our stand, when we get our chance to really be accepted by the people and travel the world and have the time, the resources, and the following to be able to create the things that we want to create. So that was Sense of Taste. This is a lyric breakdown of that song. I'm going to go through the pages one more time just so people can see it. If you can pause it. Like that. Boom. And that's why it's Sense of Taste, because it's like, you know, can you see the perspective that I'm talking about? Because the shit that I'm saying can sound negative, but it's only a problem if you can't see what I'm talking about. But then it's only a problem if you can see what I'm talking about, because if you see what I'm talking about is deeper than what's on the surface, then you can see that there's a lot going on here. And that can be a problem or a solution. But that's Sense of Taste. Thank you for watching. If you watched the lyrical breakdown, I don't know how the audio is going to sound. Maybe next time I'll do it with the mic. But we'll see if I feel like doing another one. But yeah, lyrical breakdown of Sense of Taste. Love you.